Hey guys, it's Lance of Max Sound Solutions, and today we're going to check out the TB504 Air from ACASIS. It's going live on Kickstarter today, so we're just going to unbox this thing right now, plug it in, test it out. Now, I've already done a review on the TB504 regular model, which is the 80 gigabit version, Thunderbolt 5. This is Thunderbolt 4. These things are tanks. Woof. That is some... I don't know what that smell is. Good gravies. Wow. Are they sending me mold from that is stanky. Here it is. This thing is a brick. You can use these things for working out. I mean, they are heavy tanks, and it's fanless, so it doesn't make any noise whatsoever. Let's open this up. We got our USB-C cable, Thunderbolt 4. We got power cable. We got the other half of the power brick. This thing, we're going to see how much wattage this thing uses. I got a wattage meter recently, so I want to check that out because you're running 4 NVMe's. Man, I don't know what is in this box. It smells like mold, but it's just like some kind of toxic plastic probably. You got a screwdriver and you got some thermal pads and the little rubber stoppers to hold down your NVMe's. So unfortunately, I don't have another 4 NVMe's, so I'm gonna have to transfer them from the TB504 to the TB504 Air. And again, these are going live on Kickstarter today. I believe you can get a discounted price if you go put your money down while it's on Kickstarter. I don't really remember how that's going, but just head over there and check it out, will you? Links in the video description. So we're gonna plug it in and we're gonna test it out. It's super easy to get inside the unit. You just unscrew the 4 screws, and I recommend leaving them in place. And I'm just quickly loading up all the NVMe's from my TB504 into the TB504 Air. And the TB504 is 80 gigabits per second Thunderbolt 5, and the TB504 Air is Thunderbolt 4, 40 gigabits per second. And I have it connected to the Mac Mini M4 Pro, but it's also compatible with Linux, which is the little computer, the B-Link computer I have down below, or with Windows. And I have Hermes Agent and OpenClaw running on the B-Link, and I'll be doing a video on that really soon. And you can see the TB504 is a slightly larger case than the TB504 Air. The Air is on the bottom, and they both hold 4 NVMe's, but their ports are different. The Air has one USB-A port and one USB-C 40 gigabit port. And you can run a monitor off the 40 gigabit USB-C port, whereas the non-Air has 2 80 gigabit ports, then you can run multiple monitors off it. And you can see all 4 2 terabyte drives are mounted on my desktop, and I made a little custom icon for them. And I gotta say, they are really good looking enclosures, and they're heavy duty. I mean, they weigh a lot, and so does the power supply, but that's okay. You want a good solid power supply when you're running 4 NVMe's in a single enclosure. And you can daisy chain up to 5 of these. And I connected it to my meter, and it's pulling about 20 watts. And actually, that was like the highest I saw it. It really was averaging around 17 or 18. And the Mac Mini, being extremely efficient, only pulls about 17 watts when it's powered on and idle. And the Air runs quite a bit cooler than its 80 gigabit counterpart. 100 Fahrenheit is about the peak I got with the Air, whereas the 80 gigabit version went up to like almost 120. And while this one feels warm, the other one was almost too hot to keep your hand on it. And with all my testing, it never really went over 50 Celsius, never getting close to thermal throttling temperatures. Just a quick Blackmagic speed disk test to a single NVMe. We're getting about almost 3,000 megabytes per second read and write, which is what you would expect for Thunderbolt 4, 40 gigabits. And here we're simultaneously writing to all 4 NVMe's at the same time, and we're getting pretty good speeds considering we're sharing the single Thunderbolt 4 connection. But these enclosures have a little trick up their sleeve where they have PCIe lane switching. So I'm going to copy 200 gigs of data to all of the drives at the same time. And what happens is it prioritizes the write speed. So when I first drop this, that first folder is going to be writing at the top speed. And then when I add another one, it's going to share the bandwidth between those two drives. And then I add the third one and I add the fourth one. Then we're going to go look at the write speeds, and we're getting about 1,000 megabytes per second to the first two drives. And then we start running out of bandwidth. So now we're only writing 500 megabytes per second to the third drive and 280 to the fourth drive, which is using up all 40 megabits per second bandwidth. So we're getting our maximum 3,000 megabytes per second write speed across all four drives. But as one of the drives finishes writing, you'll see that the speeds will increase on the other drives. So there's where the PCIe lane switching comes in. And the two remaining drives' speeds jump up. So we're getting almost 2 gigs per second on one of them, and we're getting a gig per second on the other. Again, that 3,000 megabytes per second write speed. So the PCIe lane switching is doing the job of allocating the bandwidth to whatever drive or drives are being used. And this is a great example with a single drive that's remaining being written to. As you can see, the speeds go up every time another drive is done writing. Now the enclosure is allocating all the bandwidth to that single drive. Pretty cool. And of course, with the TB504 that's got 80 gigabits per second, you've got double the bandwidth to work with. I also tried copying the same folder within the enclosure itself from one drive to the other, and I was getting a rock solid 2,000 megabytes per second throughout the entire 200 gig transfer. So I want to thank ACASIS for sending these over, and I did not get paid to make this video, but they did give me the enclosures for free, and I will definitely be using these going forward. One will be connected to my base model Mac Mini, the TB504 Air, because that's a perfect pairing, 40 gigabits, Thunderbolt 4, and this one, the TB504 80 gigabit version, will be connected to my M4 Pro Mac Mini. So I will be using these all the time going forward. I really like it, and it doesn't smell, folks. It was something in the packaging, some kind of plastic funk. All right, guys, thanks for watching. Please subscribe to my channel. My next video will not be about an enclosure, and it will be about a mini PC. So stay tuned, and I will see you in the next Mac Sound Solutions video.